Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live. It is me, Joey B. Joe Pizzapia. With me, of course, is the Welsh, and it's all of you, the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks, hanging out here on twitch.tv/fantasypros. That's where we are live every single day at noon Eastern. And, of course, you can watch us on demand on the YouTube channel as well, Fantasy Pros MLB. Subscribe. We're getting very close to our goal, 25,000 subscribers. We're getting right there at the precipice. And speaking of technology, Welsh, it seems like MLB might want to maybe get, 2 or 3 more people working on that.
Yeah, it would be cool if maybe on the most important day of a sport that needs to be promoted and babied and propped up, that you had the product actually work. Not the on-field product, which, by the way, we can also point out the 35-minute delay in the Toronto Blue Jays game to do whatever. And then let's make sure that MLB.TV doesn't work for the majority of the country. And then let's also put it on 7 different ways that you can watch it. It wasn't great. They, to their credit, they did get it up right before like the second set of games did get going, at least on big inning. But what a disaster for the opening day of baseball to have that mess with MLB.TV. You're muted, Joey.
Sorry about that. Luckily, the games were fun, so that is good. That's positive. Not everyone was good in the games, but there were some exciting things. And we're just going to jump right into it and talk about the headlines here. And let's talk about what could not possibly be done. I think the record was 4, and Tyler O'Neill already had it as 5. Now it is 6. 6 straight opening days with a home run for Tyler O'Neill. Welsh, this is just absurd at this point. Did you bet it yesterday? I, of course, did not, because I thought this is ludicrous. It can't possibly continue, but it did.
I did not. No, it waxed in the first day of the betting market for sure. Yeah, I'm really happy with myself because I actually thought about betting the under home run totals. You kind of need to probably parlay because they're like, really low money, but absolutely incredible that he was able to pull that off. I jumped out of my seat when it ended up happening. I could not believe it. And I immediately thought of you, as did many of our listeners think of you and being like, get out of here with that nonsense. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, and it did. That's what makes baseball fun, right? It's completely unpredictable. And I want to say hello to everybody here coming into the chat. We see all of you. I saw somebody this morning just say, hey, I just joined Twitch just to watch you guys because I love you guys. That's the kind of love that we want here on the channel. So we appreciate all of you. And hopefully we'll have the on-demand version of the show up a little sooner. Again, it's opening day for everybody. We're all trying to get things out there. Also a good day for our guys. Yesterday, in case you missed it, you can go back and you can see the all Welsh, all Joe teams for 2025, the guys that we really attached ourselves to this past draft season. And Manzardo looked good. Our catchers, Wells, home run, wall scratcher, Yankee Stadium home run. But a home run nonetheless. I'll take it. I know you'll take it. You've got him probably everywhere. Logan O'Hoppe all had big days. So that was very nice to see. But nobody had a bigger day than Mackenzie Gore. 13 strikeouts for him. Welsh, that was an incredible performance by Gore. I got a stat here as well on the Mackenzie Gore stuff that I saw too, where basically, we're talking about this is the Strasburg Scherzer kind of material for Nationals pitchers to be in this sort of strikeout range. Now, this was a tough lineup, some left-handed power in that lineup too, Bryce Harper, some serious guys in there, but still impressive against the Phillies. And certainly another one we did not see coming on opening day.
I absolutely was impressed across the board. A lot of lefties in that lineup. So there was a little bit of a benefit. That was the guy that we needed to ladder. And I was at his pro debut. I've been there since day one for Mackenzie Gore, and he's looking more and more the part of one of the best high school pitchers I've ever seen in the lower levels. Yesterday, 44% fastball, 25% slider. He was touching 98. He was sitting just about 96 on the fastball. And check this stuff out. He had an overall 40% whiff rate on his all pitches combined, a 39% on CSW, which is called strike in whiff percentage. He had an 80% whiff rate on his slider and a 61% on his CSW on that. So what that means is not only was he getting whiffs across the board, he was also able to throw it 4 strikes, 50% zone rate on his 3 main pitches, and then he buried the changeup, which had a 50% whiff rate. So I'm giving you a lot of like analytical stuff here, but here's the deal. He was throwing strikes. He was throwing his big pitches for strikes. I think he ended up going 6, giving up 1 hit. 1 hit, 13 strikeouts, no walks. Fastball slider combo was ridiculous. He's a must pick up right now because that stuff was so on point. It wasn't just about, you got 13 strikeouts opening day and blah, blah, blah. It was like, no, that slider, that curveball, and that fastball combo was so devastating. And then he was dropping some changeups. I loved everything I saw out of Mackenzie Gore. He was the star of opening day for sure. So he is a pickup in, I think, really any format, definitely 12 team and 15 right now.
Shout out to Leroy Jenkins, first timer with you all live on the podcast.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy, there you go. We love you, Leroy. And here's another question here from Lard Fendel. I don't know.
Ferndle.
Lard wants to know, is there any other reason to watch on Twitch? Well, yes, there is, because if you subscribe to us on Twitch, Welsh, what does that give you access to, my friend?
Oh, this is a absolutely new thing we have. If you have a subscription, a sub to the Twitch, you now have access to the premium I'm going to carefully say it. I believe it's the premium Discord in general, but it is 100% the home run contest, which we have a prize for. Home run contest. You can go every single day. It's not too late. We're only at 2 on the top of the board. Your sub on Twitch gets you access to the home run contest and I believe the Discord for Fantasy Pros. So go and do that today. Hook it up with Prime, gift them, do all the things. We'll shout you out, but there you go.
All right, from Big Dance, did I win or lose this trade? I love when they ask us after the fact. This is like, you're supposed to ask us before. This is what Twitter is for. This is what the show's for. But here we go. I gave Trey Turner, Schwelly, and Casas for Judge and Hunter Brown. Well, you got the best player of the deal. You got Judge, so you gave up a fair amount, but yeah, I want Judge. So yes, you won the trade. Good job. What do you think, Welsh? You agree?
Yeah, I think it's like if you were to give up, would you give up Schwarber and Turner for Judge? It's like, oh, it's maybe a little bit much, but you're probably right there. And then what, Casas for Hunter Brown? Yeah, I'm definitely down with that.
And if you're getting big commercials here watching the show, Welsh, there's a way to get rid of that as well, I believe. And how does one do that?
You have a sub. If you have an Amazon Prime account, this is my solution for anybody. You have some Amazon Prime account, you can hook it up. You get a free sub. Don't have to worry about any of it. They do have like the ads and stuff on here. Otherwise, you can get a sub. It gets rid of ads. You don't have to worry about it. You kick it to the curb. You get nice little Fantasy Pros emojis too. Boom.
All right. So that's all out of the way. Look, we're trying to educate everybody because I had questions about Twitch. You've got questions about Twitch. This is fine. Don't worry. It's day 2. Again, it's working better than MLB live TV. So at the end of the day, we're still okay. Let's talk about some things that weren't great yesterday. Garrett Crochet, kind of a strange outing for him, was getting squeezed a little bit at the plate, but velocity was also down, which was good for me because Joey P did win that bet plus 280 for the under 96.9 first velo on the first pitch. Ooh, love it. So I cashed that bad boy. Also, not great. Tariq Skubal was defeated again. Dodgers, so we can take it with a grain of salt. Michael King, only 2 2/3, gave up 3 runs. So not the best outing for some of these aces are out of the gate. Any of these performances concern you? I'm not concerned, but the Crochet one with the velo being down a little bit, that was a little odd to me.
Yeah, I was locked in to that one. And it is going to be a long year for your boy if Garrett Crochet is not going to look super great. There was a lot of people that weren't like focused or giving us really anything on the velo. Forcing fastball was down just a tiny bit, so that's good. But sinker, cutter, those were down by around 1.5 miles per hour. He didn't seem worried about it after. He did go more primary cutter in this one. He actually said some of the early walks and how he was able to bounce back made him feel good. He got squeezed on a few spots. 2 strikeouts were taken away from him, but the walks killed him. He kind of knew it. The self-awareness was good, but something to watch on the velo. Did not look as dominant. The stuff was not as swing and missy because some of the velo was down again, but just throwing this out there that I definitely did. He did not have his best stuff, but it was against a really tough team as well. So there's a bounce back. There might be a buying opportunity if someone looks at the velo stuff, freaks out. So go and maybe check that out. There's nothing on Skubal. Dodgers team is tough. And and who the hell was the other one we were talking? Michael King. Michael King, kind of like the Garrett Crochet thing. You just way too many pitches. And we're going to talk about that Diamondback pitcher with way too many pitches as well.
Yeah, we'll get to him. More to come here on the show. But from the Dodgers, Blake Snell picked up his victory in his debut. Speaking of debuts, Juan Soto, Unfortunately, and I lived this in real time. I had tickets last night. I bought them months in advance, not realizing it was opening day, but that's okay. Went into New York with the lady. We were going to see a concert at Madison Square Garden. We went to a bar for dinner. They had the game on. Of course, all the Yankee fans were there still from the 3:00 game after their game was over, watching the Mets game. And of course, when Juan Soto struck out, just the Yankee fan jubilation all over. Oh, yeah, $700 million. Morons, okay? Morons. You wish you still had Juan Soto. Shut your word holes. I'm tired of it already, and it's only day one. But not the best debut for the Mets. Just a mediocre debut for Soto. I ain't worried about it at all. So just let's move past it. But the Yankee fan victory lap because he struck out against Josh Hader, one of the best left-handed closers in the game, on a 3-2 count with first and third, and they had a chance to win that game. Look, the Mets had chances to win that game. They blew it. That's on them. But a great at-bat by Luis Angel Acuna, 12-pitch at-bat in the inning prior. Very impressive there. That's something that I didn't see a lot out of him last year. Also, maybe we're seeing more steals out of Fernando Tatis. 2 steals. Was that just a matchup yesterday? Or do you think this is just healthy Tatis, who maybe, just maybe, is going to catapult himself back into that top 5 category conversation? Because if he does, he's going to be a league winner because he was a guy going at the turn in basically every draft.
Twofold.
Twofolds? Guys, everybody.
Yeah, twofold.
Back up. Twofold. Okay.
It is absolutely the matchup. Drake Baldwin was behind the plate yesterday. Rookie catcher. They took advantage of him. I think Machado had 2 steals. So it was definitely that. But Tatis ended up, after talking about it, and he had a quote after the game about the stolen bases. He said, I mean, last year I was standing on one leg. You can really see how healthy I'm at right now. It's a huge part of my game. One of my favorite parts of the game. I really miss it. He is speaking about stolen bases. Baby, we are stealing more bases with Tatis, and that is a big dog. Yeah, so like I said, Machado had the 2 bags. They were taking advantage of a bad catcher. Some of the Diamondbacks couldn't do last night. But I think Tatis is going to run more, makes me feel even good, and getting him at the wheel really might be a boon to your fantasy teams. Yeah, because if we get like a 10 to 12 stolen base increase, that's the difference between Tatis being the end of the first round and being a top 3 or 4 fantasy player.
All right, let's move on here to some things that were fun in Major League Baseball because we like to have fun. Christian Campbell made his debut, 1 for 3. Didn't have the same day Abreu did. Abreu had himself a day yesterday. My goodness.
So good.
And the worst lineup of all time that we were trolling yesterday, guess what? They ended up being the Pirates and Paul Skeens.
Somebody, I had like, it wasn't like viral, but like a lot of people liked that tweet and it was going around. And then after, someone was like, yeah, and they won, which was crazy. Pretty like that could have come back and hit me hard,
real
but
crazy?
It's still a crappy lineup.
I got the real crazy for you. With their opening day win, the Marlins playoff odds rose from 1.1% to 1.3%. Let's go, Marlins. Let's go. Also, Cam Smith 1 for 3 yesterday in his major league debut. So lots of fun thing. He did come out for defense, though, in the late innings. I'm going to say this. I'm concerned about Jose Altuve in left field officially. Very, very concerned. And I just hope it does not take its toll on him at the plate. I'm just saying, I've seen this video before. Don't love that. Concerns also, Cole Ragans, Zach Gallen, 2 guys not at their best. Now, Ragans, I don't know if you just want to chalk it up to whatever. It's first start. We can chalk that up to anybody who performed poorly yesterday. It's 1 game and it's April and we're just coming out of spring training. However, Welsh, you were live at the game for the Diamondbacks with Gallen yesterday and you had a lot of feelings, as the kids like to say.
It was bad. He was one of the worst I've ever seen him. And I had multiple tweets about it. Here was the deal. Fastball, it did touch 94.8, but it was sitting 92.9. So right under the 90s, 52% fastball. But that 52% fastball rate, he had a 35% zone rate. So that means he was not getting the fastball in the zone whatsoever. He had an under, or was right at 50% first pitch strike rate as well. He could not throw the fastball for strikes. The fastball was not fooling anybody. So then what Gallen ends up going and does is he starts being like, I got to throw a bunch of knuckle change. I got to throw my changeup and knuckle curves. He ended up doing that and wasn't doing anything. Knuckle curve had a 14% whiff rate. The slider did nothing. Absolutely nothing on the changeup. There were no swing throughs. I got to tell you guys, I am worried about Zach Gallen. 4 runs, 4 innings, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. If he doesn't have the fastball, it's not going to work. The velo looked down. The command was really bad. It could easily be the beginning of the season. We chalked a lot up last season to, he had 4 million innings because of the World Series and all that. That's not there again. We don't panic after one start or 4 or 5 days in baseball, but I do think you need to monitor it, because if the fastball is not there and he can't command it, he is all over the place and he's going to get shellacked. A lot of hard hit balls last night. I'd have to look at the box score, but everything was hit hard. He was fooling absolutely nobody. And it looks like there were 6 registered hard hit balls against him in just 4 innings. So worry meter is up on Zach Gallen after that performance.
Chief Nakahoma, who loses more games, Marlins or White Sox? My inclination is still the White Sox, because I do expect them to jettison Robert sooner than later. But the Marlins are in just a horribly difficult division, and that might take its toll at the end of the day. I'm still going to go White Sox for that one, Welsh. Do you have a feeling on that?
I kind of wanted to say the Marlins, but they're pitching. They've got pitching right now. So until that changes.
Look, Norby will be back, and we'll see how it goes.
Sorry, said rest in peace to my hats. This is the hat I got last night. Shout out to Chris Young, listener, who sent me. He said, "Get a hat," and we got a brand new Diamondbacks hat.
How come? Wait, who? People sending you money for hats?
Yeah,
I'm bald. My head's freezing all the time.
They wanted
sending me any money for hats.
Hats are important to everybody. So
the Welsh hat fund is a real thing. I thought that was a bit. Now it's a real thing.
It's a real thing at the Welsh on Venmo.
I got no presents here. I got nothing. Way to go. Thanks everybody. Welsh, speaking of presents, we got more new subscribers here today.
We do have more new subscribers. Let's shout out a bunch of brand new follows. Shout out to our dear friend Dredis, by the way, who subbed. We had Memert who subscribed on Prime. There's a shout out to a couple of our new subs. Stump Deshwami was subscribed. I loved that show. Was great back in the day.
Stump the Schwab was an awesome show.
That was great. So
he passed away a couple years ago, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But what a mind that guy had. It was unbelievable.
I know, that type of sports knowledge. Those are a couple people that subbed in. Thank you guys very much. Shout out to you. Bunch of new follows. I see Jerry Nelson's on there. Will Hyde, everybody. Thank you guys for the follow. And we'll always continue to shout you friends out.
McTunda has a great point. Joey's head is too beautiful to cover up. I agree, McTunda. I agree 1,000%.
You have a good bald head. I
do. You know what God takes away with the hair, he gives you a good shaped head. The worst is if you go bald and you have a misshaped weird head or pointy. That's the worst. Like that's just, or like those roll, those people have like the weird rolly head in the back.
Right. Yeah.
And they don't even know it because they don't see the back of the head. You know who you are. It's an unfortunate condition, but so is Welsh's hats. And we're just happy that he's getting some new.
We have one. Yeah. One has joined the group.
One has joined. All right. Let's do 3 up and 3 down. The best and the worst from yesterday, Major League Baseball. Up. All the guys with 8 strikeouts. Logan Gilbert, 1 run, 8 Ks. Hunter Green, 8 Ks. Zach Wheeler struck out 8. Freddie Peralta took the loss, but he struck out how many? 8. That's right. It's a good day for those guys. Poor Freddie Peralta, too. Freddie Peralta gave up some home runs in that game that were just ludicrous. And the broadcast, too, as they were talking about, they were just like, in any other ballpark.
Yankee Stadium. I think that we did the math that the Austin Wells homer was only a homer in the Yankee Stadium. All other parks, it would not have been a homer.
Walls here, balls there. And I'm ecstatic because, as you No, I drafted him in the FantasyPros League just the day before. So I was
very happy too.
Very excited about that. Also up, Randy Arozarena. Dramatic, fun moment, game-tying solo homer. We love to see Randy Arozarena bounce back this year.
Through the damn bat. I wanted to get the video for the show today. It was amazing. Just it's like game one. Just he almost planted that thing.
There was a lot of intensity yesterday, which was, I mean, the Mets had a lot of intensity up in the dugout. Like this game mattered against the Houston Astros. It was opening day, but they were fired up. It was nice to see. The Arozarena moment was great. So it was really cool to see like guys pumped up. It's day one. But a Arozarena guy that I've been buying the bounce back on, I've been buying the dip on. That was a very exciting moment yesterday. Also, Adley Rutschman, very exciting. Ryan Wormley, I can't imagine how excited he is. Not one, but 2 homers. And the Orioles continue to just pound teams into submission on opening day.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm going to learn my lesson. Bet Tyler O'Neill home runs. And I'm also going to bet whatever the team total over is for the Orioles.
And bet Adley. Adley just gets hit. Yeah. I think it was 5 for 5 last year. So bet 2 hits at least for Adley next season.
All right. With the ups come the downs. Jose Berrios was tagged for 6 runs and 3 homers in 5 innings against the Orioles. The aforementioned Jackson Chourio, not good. 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts and a strikeout in the 9th inning with an opportunity to change the complexion of that game. So we have the hat trick. We have the golden sombrero. I forget what's 5 strikeouts. You don't see that one very often.
I don't know.
Chat, let me know. Is there something for 5 strikeouts? If not, I think we should come up with one because 5 is tough. I mean, 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. You know, we know the golden sombrero.
Oh, platinum sombrero.
Platinum. That's not. See, that's just moving up a level.
Is that my kids' dance competition? It's like silver, gold, high gold, platinum, diamond. No, I want to call it like
platinum sombrero. That's not good enough. That's
spicy
lame. That's
margarita. It's the Cinco de Mayo, the 5th, May 5th.
Okay.
Spicy margarita.
Spicy margarita. I like it. The spicy margarita, which I do like on occasion.
Who doesn't? I don't want like a jalapeno in there, but like, you know,
just a little bit, just a little,
like
where
a little garnish
catches up to you, where you go, oh, look at that, you know.
Whoa, that got me. Hello.
Also, what got a lot of people yesterday was the closers. I mentioned Josh Hader, who almost blew one. He threw I don't know, 400 pitches. That's not usually 5Ks. Give me the big piece of pizza. That's not bad. Shut up, Mayor. All right, let's go to the next one here about the closers because Hader is not going to be available tonight. I can tell you right now because he threw 30-something pitches, I felt like, last night. Then you had, on top of that, Devin Williams, who almost blew a save, Manuel Clase, who was lights out until the playoffs last year, all of a sudden wasn't. Chapman comes into the 8th. So I think that was just situational. I'm not going to freak out there. Luke Jackson gave up 3 runs, so that's not great. But
they had said, and Bochy was like, he's going to get the first look. There's that. Yeah. We should see Chris Martin, I think, in the next shot, if anyone's asking.
Blake Trinan, after Tanner Scott comes in early. And for everybody who kept telling me that I was crazy when I said he's a lefty and they're going to bring him in whenever there's big lefties, not just in safe situations. And everyone thought, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. I told you so. Now, I said it was going to be Yates, but it ended up being Trinan. Stay tuned with that too.
I actually said Trinan was the guy that I think they could start going to.
Yesterday on the show. I hate giving you credit, but you did.
Well, thank you. I don't know though that we can. I don't think it's time to victory lap yet. That Tanner Scott.
I'm not victory lapping. I'm just saying that it's the Tanner Scott closer is not so cut and dry. And
I would go buy him right now if someone has this like, oh, they're just going to like rotational. 100%. Go buy Tanner Scott right now.
And speaking of buying and selling, next week we'll have those videos for you on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to have the buy and the sell videos. Also, there was another closer too, actually 2, because one didn't even make the sheet, but I just remembered. But Jordan Romano, 2 runs in the 8th inning, not great. And then on top of which, we also had Bednar, also, who I think that's done. Are we done with Bednar too? I think
Bednar is on a dicey plane. I do think that one could be really blah. Also want to throw out 2 other weird situations that happened. Ian Gibbo, the Reds decided instead, because Alexis Diaz is on the IL, instead of Santillan, instead of Graham Ashcraft, they bring in Gibbo, and he got shellacked. And he should be done. Like that was, I had that tweet out. I was like, oh, Ian and he's gone. That should be done with. So I think Santillan might be the next one. We're going to have to see. It's going to be a really messy situation. And then also Aroldis Chapman came in a high leverage situation in the 8th, and that caused Justin Slayton to get the save in the 9th because
I'm not taking anything out of that one either yet.
No, I'm not.
Chapman is the veteran guy. Nuckin Futz has a question here before we move on to the next segment here. Who would you rather have, Nathaniel Lowe, Mountcastle, the man-child, Manzardo, Torkelson, or Soderstrom? These guys are all definitely in a group.
I just picked up Soderstrom because he was available in a couple leagues. There's a part of me that thinks maybe Manzardo, they put him in a really good spot. I think Torque, Manzardo are both right there. Soderstrom's right after. Those are some really good choices. I would have probably a quick trigger finger, but I think Manzardo right now, dude hit homer and a triple yesterday, was hitting like 5. I mean, very impressive.
Coling wants to know, was offered Matt Shaw for Arenado. Thoughts on that?
If you're getting Matt Shaw.
Well, they are.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Arenado was good yesterday. So there you go. There's your moment.
I mean, when he gets traded, it might be better if he's
trades are tough. Another question here. Soderstrom or Manzardo over CS? Or CES over Soderstrom or Manzardo, I guess.
So, listen, I'm not the biggest CES guy. They kind of buried him down in the lineup. I think you need to see more out of him. But as I said, I think Manzardo is the guy that I'm looking at.
All right. So this also brings us to the Chasing Challenges segment of the show here, brought to you by Microsoft. Just like the athletes who push boundaries and redefine what's possible in business, decision makers today are turning challenges into opportunities, and Microsoft meets you where you are with tools and guidance to help you make the impact with safe, secure AI solutions. So whatever the challenges you're facing, Microsoft empowers you with the expertise to say, bring it on. In this segment, we're going to spotlight the challenges brought to you by Bullpens in fantasy. Oh, it's the worst. And every single year, I try to tell you the same thing, which is just wait on closers. Just take your shots. Just play the waiver wire. Everyone goes, but I want to lock this guy in, that guy in. I know it's only one day, but already we're looking at chaos. We're looking at problems. Now, over 162 games, things will get better. Things will get cleaner. And chances are these elite guys will be elite. But when you overpay for the elite closers and drafts and you miss out on key offensive players, it comes back to bite you in the rear end, because every year we go deeper into Major League Baseball, we are getting more and more closers by committee, more and more turnover at the position. Guys get traded at the break or even before. Every year, the one thing you can always find off the waiver wire, saves. So I don't like paying for them, and I'm not going to start now. And I'm very glad that I didn't in every single league. Thank you, baseball gods, for giving me Pete Fairbanks for just $1 in my last auction draft on Wednesday night. And that, my friends, is this week's Chasing Challenges segment. Remember, Microsoft AI solutions empower you to take bold steps and new ideas to help drive your business forward. With Microsoft as your trusted partner, you can navigate your journey with confidence, finding innovative solutions and reaching new possibilities. Visit Microsoft.com/challengers to learn more. Injuries, luckily, not too many to talk about. Just Liam Hendriks, officially with that elbow, has been diagnosed with a compressed nerve. He's going to throw in a couple days. That doesn't sound great, but we already said Chapman's the guy to have there.
There was a really wild thing that happened yesterday. I didn't see the update yet, so apologies. But Nick Gonzales, who I think is a sneaky deep league play, hit a home run.
Nick Gonzales.
Oh, same here. I went and saw him. I actually saw Nick Gonzales versus Torkelson in college, ASU versus New Mexico State. I really love Nick. He's someplace in Arizona, but hit a homer and got hurt on the home run. He was limping and he had to be out. So I'm not sure I've ever seen that. And they were saying, we've never seen this before. Dude hits a homer, could barely get around the bases limping, took him right out of the game. Again, apologies that I did not see exactly who it or what ended up happening with it, but dude got hurt. So be on the lookout for that. And shout out to our boy Barrow, who just gifted. I think it's our first gifted sub on the Twitch as well. So people get subs, you can give subs.
Our friend of the shows forever, Andrew Barrow.
Yeah, that's right.
Barrow. Barrow, like, the internet can be a wasteland. It can also be a wonderful place. That guy makes the internet a better place. Love that dude. Big fan of my wrestling podcast too, which I appreciate. I love you.
He's an ITL guy, big ITL guy,
big ITL guy, big Black Book guy, big in this ring guy, just awesome. Luceros, Centillion, or Alvarado, who would you rather have?
Ooh, so like Orion Kirkring could be the save guy, but I've been talking about Alvarado. He was insane in the spring. I think with the Romano blown save, Alvarado might get there. Centillion is short. He's a short-term solution. So if you need saves this week, Centillion maybe, but Alvarado I think is a long-term play.
I missed a good chunk of the Clay Holmes outing during travel, so I didn't really get to dig into the Mets game until about the 6th inning, and by then Clay Holmes wasn't really a factor. I'm not worried about it. I always feel like this happens. Baseball's a game of streaks. Guys are red hot in spring. You almost guarantee they're going to have a stone cold April. So I'm not really worried about it. Houston's a good lineup. You got some good players in there. Like, he held them in check. It wasn't a great outing for him. I'm not too worried about it. Next one up here. Who would you rather have in Dynasty, Jackson Chourio or Jackson Merrill? Choose or Jackson?
I would still go with Chourio, but listen, it's no one feels good. But I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody in your league is like, oh my God, Chourio 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts, go buy it. It is the first day. I don't want to poo everything, but making big, massive reactions, you can't do. So I get what you're asking. It's fine. But
I don't want to poo everything. That's worse than my wood comment from the other day on the live stream.
And then, you're like, and I want to poo everything. So yeah, no, it's still Chourio, man.
All right, Welsh, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the best bets
of today
with Joey P and the Welsh. And remember, when you're making your bets, new customers can place their first bet over at FanDuel, get $5 in that account, bet it, and then you get $200 in bonus bets if they win. And how you do that? FantasyPros.com/leading off. Again, FantasyPros.com/leading off for that new customer offer over on FanDuel. So use that bad boy. I'm keeping it simple today. I didn't cash on my over props for the strikeouts. Boo, sad Joe. But I did I was still positive regardless on my day because I bet that special that was on yesterday. So got the special on the crochet under velocity. It's so tempting, right? Oh, he's getting 98. It was like, man, you give me almost 3-1 on that bad boy. I'll take it. And I took it to the bank. So still positive. That's good. Let's try to keep the positive vibes today. Freeman's on the mound for the Rockies. So let's go with the Rays. Pepio is on the mound against him. I've been looking for this game. Give me the run line -1.5, and then give me the A straight up on the money line too against the Mariners at plus 130. I like that one. Little Springs action. By the way, yesterday, quietly good. Severino. That's another guy who was just forgotten about in drafts. Got a couple shares. Severino was really solid last year. Welsh, for those people out there too who are looking to make props, bets and things like that, make sure you go to bettingpros.com. Use the prop bet cheat sheet. It's one of the many tools over there for strikeouts, hits, homers, you name it. Prop bet cheat sheets there. Pops right up there so you can sort it. So I highly recommend using the tools at Betting Pros. Download the app. Welsh, I know you've got some stuff here too when it comes to some player props involving Bo Bichette, and you've got a little first 5 action today.
Yeah, I mean, beginning of the season is just rough. I gotta be honest with you. There's a part of me that wants to go full lines right now. This might be the time to play more full lines. I got waxed yesterday. One that I did push on was the Boston first 5 money line, and I am back to it. They got Jack Leiter, the Rangers do, on the mound. I know you hate Jack Leiter. The command issues are a problem.
I don't hate him. I'm just trying to tell her if you had a 4.8 ERA in the minor leagues and you had a 13 ERA in the major leagues and your name was Welsh instead of Leiter, you would not be pitching in the major leagues. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe. A lot of the guys against on the Red Sox, total base numbers were pushed up to 2.5. So they expect a lot of offense against. Tanner Houck is on there who can push some good innings. So you're getting decent money. It was around like -120. Boston first 5. So they just got to be either tied and I'll push, or if they're up, I win. So that's what I want to play. Bullpens can get crazy as we've seen. So I'm right back to Boston first 5 money line. On the props today, I like Bo Bichette. Both Vlad and Bo Bichette have decent histories if you're looking at BVP, if you care about any of that, against Charlie Morton. Bo Bichette's going to get more at bats at leading, and he's going to be leading off. So I like that. It's essentially even money for him to have 2 total bases. I avoided the hits, runs, and RBIs today. And then Oneil Cruz. Oneil Cruz, I very much in. We're going to talk about Connor Gillespie is pitching for the Marlins today. We saw Cruz get on base, steal some bases. For him to have 2 bases today, it is plus 130. I really, really like that, especially up against Gillespie. So Oneil Cruz, total bases plus 130. That's where I'm at. It's on the Betting Pros app. Turning that bad boy around. TB is total bases, by the way. Someone said TB, total base. There's no.
And what's RL is on the run line. So, yeah. And look, this is fun to ask these questions. Not everybody is used to wagering on baseball. And baseball is such a beast because it's got so much of it. Everybody, as you're new to the show or as you're new to baseball betting, I like to bet things I can control. I like to look at situations you can exploit. And I look at pitching matchups very importantly, strikeout over-unders. Those are typically ones you can exploit. Like you're usually looking like today with Pepio, right? I would be looking at his prop because you're looking at the Rockies. It's already high, right? So you're looking at big strikeout pitchers against teams like the Rockies. That is usually typically a good recipe.
One thing I want to throw out on your Oakland one, again, like it might be bad to do first 5s right now. Maybe I'm a sicko, but Oakland first 5. So through the first 5 innings, if you like it at all, Oakland is plus money as well. So if they're tied, you push. If they're up, you win. Jeffrey Springs on the mound against Luis Castillo. Full game, as we can see, these teams can fall apart. Oakland first 5 might be interesting also.
Would you start the Jeffrey Springs in a league that losses hurt you today? Yeah, I would. I'm confident in Springs. And again, if you don't want the ad breaks, I see people talking about the ad breaks. Sorry, subscribe. I mean, that's easy. Boom. They go away forever. You subscribe. It hits you once a month. And again, you're supporting the channel. You're supporting us here in this endeavor of trying to make this baseball channel bigger. And if you can, for whatever reason, you can always just watch us on demand on the YouTube channel too for free. That's still out there as well. Let's get to a little thing called the home run contest. Now, Welsh and I did not go yard yesterday, but I got a good feeling about today. So first of all, we should probably show everybody what the the new home run contest prize is. So we went old school this year. And if you don't like the prize, you can blame Mike Mayer. That's it. I'm just going to put it right out there. I like it because I think this guy should be in the Hall of Fame, but we're giving away an autographed Sammy Sosa old school Chicago Cubs jersey. There's a lot of Cubby fans. I know you're in this chat, but this is a piece of history, Americana, when baseball was really fun. And again, if you want to call home runs, fantasypros.com/chat, go to the home run calls channel, put your picks in. Again, you got to be premium, but if you are wanting to get yourself involved in the home run contest from day 2 here of the Major League series here of the Major League season, what you want to do is also become a sub, as we said, over on Twitch, because when you do that, you get automatically into our Discord and automatically you can make your home run call. So really, you're in it to win it. So let's go. Today, my home run call, I went through everything. I'm going with Triston Casas today, plus 350. Good matchup there for him. And yeah, I'm going against Leiter because I can. And that's and maybe it'll be him, maybe it'll be a middle reliever. Either way, Triston Casas is my guy today. But it is the weekend, so I wasn't really thinking about this. So I want Triston Casas as my weekend guy.
Probably you know what? Just go back in Saturday. Guess what's so cool about it? You don't have to be on a show to do it. You can go to the Discord and you can plug in your names.
I'm also lazy and I like one day off because I work 6 days a week. So it's nice to have that one day where you just kind of your mind just floats away. I'm going to let Casas ride. I'm going to do it because you know what's going to happen? I'll pick Casas today. He won't hit a home run. And then I'll go do something else on Saturday. I'll put somebody else in and Casas will have 2. So there you go. That's what I'm doing. Triston Casas. That's my guy today and for the weekend because the back end of the Rangers rotation isn't very good either. Welsh, where are you going for your home run call today? By the way, Casas plus 350 if you want to bet that bad boy. Where are you going today?
All right. I mean, if Trout was playing today, Trout assuredly would hit a homer. If he doesn't get hit on the hand again, don't hit Trout. Protect him. First at bat of the season, right on his hand. Give me a break. And then he missed a homer at the wall, by the way. Today, this is not in perpetuity. I will be going back to the Discord and doing it. I am going with said Oneil Cruz. I'm going for the total bases. That's a double down home run call. If you're over on FanDuel, plus 390, almost 4-1 for the home run call. It is a waffy little matchup that he's got here. I like him to put it in the air. Give me Oneil Cruz for my home run call today. And Joey, if they want to sign up on FanDuel, what can they do?
Oh, well, they could also sign up on FanDuel. And remember, as I mentioned earlier, fantasypros.com/leading off. $5 you bet, get $200 in bonus bets if you win. For new customers only over on FanDuel, fantasypros.com/leading off. And there are actually right now, people leading the home run chase. So as you can see, Nick Wise at the top, Wonky Penguin already establishing the dominance.
Wonky
already just out of the gate. Joe Rico made the board there as well. So good to see them. So South African G, who's always in this.
Look at Razor. Razor Ramon's always there.
And it's good to see Razor back. We didn't see a lot of Razor towards the end of last season. Razor, we hope everything is okay with you. We love you. Good to see McTunda on that board too. We could just take Ohtani every single day too. Like people get mad about me, but you would be at the top of this board right now if you did. It's not about friends. It's about winning. That's what it's about. All right. Well, we got off to a pretty good start, I think, to the season. I felt really good about today because we had baseball to talk about. First day show is always weird.
It is weird.
Today is much better. Today is like really leading off. And we want you to recognize as well, the cycle is going to be on YouTube as well. Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be live on the YouTube, just taking your questions. So we're going to just an hour of your questions live on YouTube, trades, waivers, just important questions about life, whatever you want us to do. We're going to talk about that Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Drop your comments below. We're doing giveaways there. And ring the bell till it goes ding for notifications so you never miss a live show. We've got shorts. We're going to have waiver content. We're going to have
prospects are back.
Prospects stuff. We're going to have everything. Everything. Short form videos, long form videos, leading off every single day.
We're going to break down Marvel. We're going to break down Doomsday. We're just doing it all.
Mass hysteria. It's going to be fantastic. We love all of you. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Happy baseball season. We are back, baby. Let's go. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Peace. Hey, the bullpens, Welsh. Yikes yesterday.
Ian Jabot.
What'd you think about Devin Williams almost crapping the bed against his old team? That was kind of fun.
He needs a beard. Big old beard back. Big old man beard.